Welcome to Pound, Virginia. I have no idea what's in Pound, Virginia, but here we are. It's a nice little town. There's a junk store. Some local residents. I don't know what's in Pound, Virginia, but they have signs up that make it look like they're very proud of the area. So, hey, we'll record it for a second. There's some color change, and it's the 7th of September, I believe. Yep. September 7th, which is early in this part of the country for color change. Normally we don't get much color change until the 3rd or 4th week of September. We start to see the early signs, and then October is really where most of the color change is found. Of course, the higher elevations start to change a little bit earlier because it gets cooler quicker. Pound, Virginia. Yeah, I guess this is the actual little town. And there's a little creek running alongside here. You can't really see the water. First Baptist Church.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Virginia 83 East.
Ooh, a funeral home. Pound River. Breaks Interstate Park. That's where we're going today. There's Stanley's General on
Take the
there.
next right onto Virginia 83 East.
I wonder if I can see that. Must be it.
Yep, we are going to the Breaks Interstate Park, which is known as the Grand Canyon of...
Continue on Virginia 83 East for 9 miles.
So, this is Pound. There's the post office. Ooh, there's a cemetery up on top of that hillside. I just saw some
Legend has
tombstones.
it people are dying to get in there.
I love old cemeteries.
Excuse me.
I love them. Oh, look at the little cabin.
It's cute.
It is cute. Somebody lives there. Let's buy it. Haven't you always wanted to live in Pound, Virginia?
Sure.
I don't know. I'd live in Virginia.
Probably would too. If you find a job.
Now, see, I don't know about the jobs. That seems to be a thing around here. I mean, there's jobs, but I don't know. Which, you know, you and I don't really care about, like, you know, getting ahead, really. We're perfectly happy to keep our head above water. As long as we can afford gas to drive places. We're pretty good. See, we like to travel, but we learn to do it cheap. We are getting to be seasoned pros at traveling
On a budget.
on a very tight budget. But that's okay, because we get to see lots of cool stuff, dirt cheap, so.
I'm more about seeing scenic stuff and experiences than I am shopping and stuff anyway. I don't care about luxury.
And you know, really, any area of the country that you live in, you know, you might sit there and think about, like, the most popular tourist destinations or whatever that's around you, but, you know, there's usually some really cool stuff to see that's not too far of a drive if you just, like, take the time to look it up and do some research. You can usually find some pretty neat places you may never have thought of going to. And if it's within a day's drive, you can really do it cheaply. And you might just find some cool stuff that you didn't know was around. We found all sorts of neat things in the general area around where we live. And if you like looking at scenery, sometimes just going for country drives will make for a really good day. You got anything to add to that, Sweet Pea?
Yeah, gas don't cost really that much, especially if you get a vehicle that gets decent gas mileage. You can do a lot on a little. You can go a long way on a little. Worst part is eating out. But you can still do that budget friendly.
Yeah, we went from Mammoth Cave National Park area of Kentucky all the way over to Cumberland Falls, and then through the Dragon Slayer and into Virginia and Big Stone Gap,
Black Mountain,
Black Mountain, Pine Mountain, all those areas, and we've only spent about $100 in gas, which is not bad.
spent a lot more than that in food,
But now, we did bring snack bag and have lots of fruits and snacks in it, so that we only have to eat out once a day, and we're having breakfast at our hotel, so we don't have to really put a lot of money into food, depending on where you want to go eat or what you like to eat. But
shop around for hotels, motels.
yeah, just look around. I use hotels.com. That's where I've found the best deals. Been using them for years, and usually I can find a decent place. I will be honest with you, some of the places that we've stayed at were pretty shady, and I kind of smacked myself in the face with a wet noodle for picking that place, but we did learn not to stay there again, and we kind of learned more about the areas and everything, so we know what areas to stay in, which ones not to. It's all a learning process, but there's lots of adventure in any journey. So we have lots of really cool little funny stories to tell about some of the places we've stayed. Like one of them, we were pretty sure they rented by the hour, and that was in Indiana. That was interesting. And another place, we're pretty sure we stayed in a room that was not supposed to be stayed in, and it had strippers in it at some point, because there was glitter all over the floor and makeup stuff still on the counter and all. It was, I don't know, it was a mess. But yeah, there's always some fun stuff. Always have some interesting stories at the holidays. So that's just a few little tidbits if any of you like to travel that we'll just share with you. And yeah, we're getting to see some places we never would have probably seen, and we're just taking little weekend trips. We work full time. Both of us work full-time jobs, and we're just taking these little trips on weekends and everything, and on a budget. So it can be done, just gotta plan. So okay, I'm gonna quit recording now. I think we're out of pound and kind of going. I'm gonna record the Breaks Interstate Park when we get there. So alright, thank you for coming along with us through Pound, Virginia.